Robo was scoring, because I go by feel. And the feel of the game for me was that 1-3-1 is going to be a great weapon for us, because we have so much length and we have so much depth that's skilled and long that we can keep the pressure on teams and keep the transition game going. But even with 89 points, the sense for me is you shoot 50% from the field. I think we missed 20 open threes. We were an excellent three-point shooting team. We left a lot of points on that floor. 16 potential free throws if you look at the one-on-ones. That's the stuff I look at, that we kind of knocked ourselves out of rhythm a little bit offensively in that first half. I thought we were too much one-on-one. But when we got back in rhythm, you know, they're fun to watch and they can really score. But the key to that scoring is the defense. When you go hold a team 8 straight, 9 straight possessions without scoring, and you can continue to bring fresh troops into the game and there's no drop-off. The pressure's there, the running's there, the passing there's the scoring there. They've got a chance, and they have a chance. They have a chance to be a good team, but we got a lot of work to do. But hats off to my assistant coaches, because you know they did an outstanding job. When this program looked like it was fragile in the spring, we just took a deep breath, hit the reset button, and we went out and they did an outstanding job of bringing talent, guys that want to be here, guys that have bought in with us. They want to be coached. They want to please you. They love the campus. They've been incredible in the college community. I've gotten so many reports from them from just all over the college campus, how good guys they are. And when you do that and you're talented and you allow yourself to be coached, they have a chance. They have a chance to be a good basketball team. They continue to move in that direction.
I think last year's team would have been able to score 89 points and win a game convincingly, shooting 8 of 27 from 3.
You know, they shot 50% from the field, and you look at the 8 of 27, it's like, again, the growth potential and the scoring potential is really good. We put up 138 points, and I told them, just play the same way you played in the exhibition game, because offensively you should look the same. But there's no way we could have put those kind of points on the board, and there's no way we would have defended like that. This would have been a grinded out game for this team. You remember Texas Southern, we got down 25, and Arenzi in that 1-3-1 brought us back. Whereas this team, they pride themselves on defense. And I thought they do an outstanding job of listening to us and let us make adjustments throughout the game.
And even the possessions where you're not scoring the fast break, you're taking a lot of shots early in the shot clock. Is that what you wanted to see? And was that a pretty successful effort there today?
You know, I don't mind them early if they're in rhythm, because this is a team that'll shoot within 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 12 seconds. If we can stay around that 12 seconds, that's a team that can score, and that's what we shoot for in practice, because we feel like we got that kind of offensive firepower. The key thing is, does it feel right, look right? Is it in rhythm? Did you play one-on-one? Did you make the extra pass? And I thought in the first half there were a lot of opportunities to just make one more pass. And when you don't do that, it can knock you out of rhythm, because I'm sitting there waiting for the ball, and then next time around I'm going to put it on the floor and not give it up. So they will learn from this, and they will only get better, I think. The next order of business for us is to take this show on the road, even though our fans are going to be there. Hopefully people come out and watch us and see how they handle themselves. Teams usually come together on the road, so I'm looking forward to it.
It looked like your defense kind of created a personality of aggression everywhere on the floor.
No question. We had one of the officials come over and said, he said, your defense is really good. So we pride ourselves on being able to play multiple defenses. We can switch all over the floor. We can play that 1-3-1. We pressed only a couple times and got them to turn it over full court. Multiple positions with skilled players that you can move them around. They can just go all over the floor and play different things. And energy. The key thing is energy. The loose balls, the blockouts, charges, and all of that stuff. We could have done more of that tonight, but for an opening game, they've bought in. They're going to be able to see where they can really be special defensively.
And would you kind of evaluate CJ in his debut, 12 points and 8 assists? Do you think he played well, and then were there also some kind of freshman moments that he has to get through?
No question. It was nice to see a freshman cramp up at the end of the game. That tells you how hard he played. And to have a guy that's 6'6", 6'7", he had 8 assists in the game. He was the point guard on the floor. So we put that big lineup with CJ and Frank's at 6'8". You got Jazz at 6'9" on the other wing, Arenzi at 6'9" on the point of attack of defense, and then you put Big Coop out there at 6'11", or Isaiah. That is a long team, and yet I'm sure people look at, well, who's the point guard? Robo played the point. CJ played the point tonight. Jazz played the point at times tonight. That's how skilled they are. So I'm pleased with CJ, but I was just as pleased with Jazz. Arenzi had a fabulous night tonight. The defensive pressure he can put on teams is amazing up top, to be that long and that athletic.
One of the things that I know you mentioned scouts told Robo that he needed to improve on was his rebounding. He played inside consistently tonight, had 11 boards. Is a lot of that a byproduct of you having so many good shooters out there, and has that helped him evolve his game in that area?
I think, first of all, it's a byproduct of him wanting to play at that next level, so he listened. He went out on the road, he listened. I had great feedback from the teams he worked out for. I listened, he's listening to us, and it's a byproduct of him knowing what he needs to do to get better. The other side of that is, I think it was shocking to him when he came back to see how talented we were. He doesn't have to carry us now. There's going to be nights, there's a guy on that floor you guys haven't seen yet, that's Ahmed Ali. He is special. And there's going to be nights he's going to carry us and go for 30. And with Robo, he just has to let the game come to him. Because if he lets it come to him, he'll have 30 one night, he may have 15 the next night, he may have 20. There's enough scores around the floor that he doesn't have to feel pressured that he has to take the tough shot, take the shots all. You don't have to play like that. Just stay within the rhythm, stay within the offense, and the ball will find him.
And speaking of Ahmed, he's got a lot of energy out there. He seems like a pretty positive player. What sorts of impacts have you seen him make inside the locker room for this group?
You know, first of all, he's just a tremendous young man. And his family came here. His two brothers and his mom came with him. And one of the best families I've ever had on a recruiting trip. They were so good. But I've never had a point guard that has the ability with that size, the Aaron Brooks, the Luke Ridnours, the Tawan Porters, that can pick you up on defense at one baseline and pressure you to the point you don't even want to handle the ball anymore, and still run the transition game, run the offense, get his points, and give others points. I've never had a point. That's not me. That's him. He's one of those gifted, special, unique players that he has a tremendous motor. He's very unselfish, and he has the ability to take a game over when you need him to do that. He's had times in practice where he's just unstoppable, but yet he plays within himself.
And then going with Arenzi and Isaiah in the starting five out of halftime rather than going with the original starting five that you began the game with, was that just did that have to do more with who was performing well in the first half, and is that something we might be seeing from this team going forward?
On my board, when we start the game, it doesn't say starters, and it doesn't say starting five. It says first wave. So it doesn't matter who's in the first wave, because that second wave is coming. And it just doesn't matter. So when we came out of the locker room, the thing that was effective for us was our 1-3-1. Who was the most effective in it? Arenzi on the point, Isaiah in the middle, Robo on one side, V on the back line, CJ on the other side. That's what we look at. So we really make adjustments in terms of what we're doing to teams that can knock them out of rhythm, or what we're doing offensively. So it's not starters. It's just that first wave, and anybody can be in that first wave to start the game. Anybody can be in the first wave to start the second half. And then you've got the closing of the first half, closing of the second half. It really is about rhythm, and that's what I kind of coach with. If that makes sense to you.
Interior passing seems to be a lost art. It appears to be a priority for you, is it?
Again, we do a lot in practice with sharing the basketball and transition and making the right reads. We had an exhibition game with 35 assists. We had 27 assists tonight. You just don't see this at our level. And that's a credit to those kids for playing unselfish basketball and being able to see the play, make the play. And I still think we could have had another 30-plus assist game, because I thought we hunted some one-on-one shots in the first half. But that's a credit to them. So when teams press us, they do what we want to do. They just make us play faster, and the faster we play, the better we are. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.